4 Pac-12 titles, been on the world team 10 times, was the runner-up in the 2020 Olympic trials. And then for Iowa State, you mentioned, there he is, Peanut, from Indio, California, which is just outside Palm Springs. And with Bastida's injury, Herrera, as a true freshman, has acquitted himself very admirably this season. He's got 7 wins by fall, 5 by tech fall, and a major decision, 13 bonus points wins, and he's 29-9 in his matches on takedowns. I've been really impressed with this guy.
Yeah, he's done a really good job stepping in and stepping up. Not just stepping in, but stepping up. And I think that is what you want to see from your young guys, you know?
Well, he's got a tall order tonight, though. This is one of the top wrestlers
in the world.
No doubt about it. Now, I'm sure Schultz remembers last year in the duel, Bastida pulled out a 4-3 win with an early takedown of Schultz.
Yeah, and Schultz does a really good job. Again, he has that Greco background. He does a really good job.
He wants to use it. He wants to use it. And I'm sure the Iowa State coaching staff has schooled Herrera. But you remember what it was like, you know, when you were a sophomore and you're out there wrestling one of the very top guys in the nation?
Right. It was tough.
Well, and you got to believe.
Yeah. I mean, that's I think a big component of the recipe.
Well,
is self-belief, you
like
know.
Figueroa last year at the NCAA championships, he believed it. He told people in the Arizona State room that he was going to shock the world.
Right.
And he did it.
And I think when you think about this matchup, what Herrera is going to have to do is he's going to have to keep Schultz at like a distance. He doesn't want to be in these upper body ties, right? That's Schultz's world, right? That's where he lives. That's where he makes a living. So he's going to want to just be snapping heavy, looking for angles, and look to get Schultz off balance, because in Greco-Roman wrestling, there's a lot of details in the minutia.
Explain what Greco-Roman is.
And Greco-Roman is attacks all upper body, right? So you can't shoot a double leg, you can't shoot a single leg. It's a lot of pushing, pulling, underhook, overhooks, front headlocks, and that pressure is hard to deal with.
So the Arizona State bench, as expected, want stall warning on Herrera.
Yeah.
But Herrera's wrestled smart so far.
He's done a really, really great job.
I mean, this guy's ceiling is high.
I absolutely agree with you.
Schultz, 4 NCAA tournaments. He was 4th, the runner-up, then 7th, then 6th. If he gets in the top 8 this year, he'll be Arizona State's first 5-time All-American.
Yeah, from Schultz, I love his skill set. I would love if he just added in a little bit more activity from his feet, like just looking to go to the leg attacks and come up to the body. I just believe he possesses so much ability. And I know he doesn't do it in Greco-Roman because you can't, but in folk style, he has the ability to do that. And I would love to see him add a little bit more in the last, 6 weeks of his college career.
Schultz trying to get inside, and Herrera being very wary of that with good reason.
Oh, absolutely. Just have to continue to stay in that hand fight. He's doing a really good job after those first early stall calls, and that's what that early action or activity from Schultz sometimes can lead people to make bad decisions, right, or take a bad shot. So he's gonna have to circle right here, Herrera, and then when he does that.
Well, if Herrera gets in on something, it's got to be good.
Oh, 100%, because Schultz is so heavy. Like, no, I'm not saying over 285 pounds heavy, but his hips and his awareness of how to use his body and his leverage is world class. It's elite. Because of that Greco-Roman background, he's made USA teams. You know, he has done
Olympic trials runner-up.
Right.
Holy mackerel.
Twice, I believe.
And,
one of the premier talents, for sure.
So what have you seen from Herrera this year that has impressed you?
I think just his poise. He continues to compete. I saw him in some matches at the Cyclone Open recently, and he was losing in the match, and he just continued to chip away, continued to compete, scored a point, put the guy on his back, and pinned him. You know, and so that resilience, after coming from high school, I don't believe he ever lost in high school. In a sanctioned
87-0.
Right, in the sanctioned high school situation. And so Herrera looking to get the ride, and he gave him a stall. He was putting effort in to do the mat return.
Now he cuts him.
Ooh, that's tough. You can't give up that. That's young mat awareness from the freshman now, because now he has to get 2 takedowns, right?
Yes.
And he was putting effort in, I thought, to get the return. Obviously, the referee felt different. So now he has to go score and get a ride out, or score, Schultz gets away, score again. So now he has to really put himself under the gun and really get to a situation, maybe look for a misdirection.
But this is not the kind of loss that's going to hurt you for NCAA,
No.
qualifying. It's a great learning experience.
Yeah. And front headlock. Oh, that can get tight in there.
Well, he's been trying to back out here.
So he's going to have to go one way and come back the other. That's the only way you get to Schultz. And you want to stay below the knee. If I'm being honest, you want to stay below the knee. Like, come one way, go back the other, stay below the knee. It's like a low single type action, because those hips of Schultz, you don't want to be around unless you're maybe Gable Stevenson or Wyatt Hendricks.
Well, yeah.
But I think they even avoid those. Shot, he gets it on it. It's heavy right there.
Looking for a takedown.
And he's collapsing on it. Again, that's just so much. He really is aware of where he's at. He needs to build up.
Well, give him credit for taking the shot. And so Cohlton Schultz there takes it 3-0. And there's Kevin Dresser, and we should say now, as you can see it, the 250th career win.
Season 19, 250.
250 career wins. This man took over the Virginia Tech job when they had put out a fax release saying the program was dropped, and then has done so well at Iowa State. And then this is our wrestler of the
duel. Carter Faucett gets it done, was behind, built his way back, goes and gets a cradle late in the match, and is able to collect his Hilton moment with a pin, gets up, gets the flex going, shows some great emotion. He'll be able to relive that for
rest of his life.
Absolutely.
All right, so it ends.